Nnamdi Kanu odogwu ndị mozi na-agbalị ọkụ. Obinigwe na-ekwu okwu ogwelibe gbalụ Jehova ya lee Obinigwe na-ekwu okwu ọ ka na-ekwu okwu Obinigwe na-ekwuzi okwu ike Nnamdi Kanu odogwu bili eze ndị Igbo gburugburu
reality. In a struggle, they hustle, they muscle. Why some people that they cannot ever move? All we need is a great nation, which is Biafra in our world today. All we need is to be free, freedom to enjoy our nationality. Waiting I see, now so me I used to talk them. Shy as I talk them, now so you go understand them. Chukwuabiama is my backbone forever. If you like it, make it there, just not by the channel. We are friends. We are the one make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we make it. We're selling now all issue will make a better day, just you and me. We are the one. We are friends. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's not give up. There's a choice to make it. We're serving all our future will make a better day, just you and me. We are the one. We are friends. We are the one make a better day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we make it. We're selling now all our issue will make a better day, just you and me. We are the one. We are friends. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're saving our lives. It sure will make a better day, just you and me. Saving up in Nigeria, we be your friend. Them they carry our money at the area. Like no one know if we don't trouble. All I want to let them know it's what's up. You got them it on our side. Everybody under Wusan and Sukilishi. Them leave us for water, but chop on a machine. I beg you, put our hands together. So heaven. The choice we make, we're serving now. Issue will make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are Biafrans. There's choice we'll make it. We're serving our lives. Issue will make a better day, just you and me. Don't be so that matters about me as I take my time and sing reality. In a struggle, they hustle, they muscle. Why some people that they cannot ever move? All we need is a great nation, which is Biafra in our world today. All we need is to be free, freedom to enjoy our nationality. Waiting I see, now so me I used to talk them. Share as I talk them, now so you go understand them. Chukwuemeka is my backbone forever. If you like it, make it there, just smoke by the journal. We are Biafrans. We are the one make a brighter day, so let's start giving. The choice we make, we're serving now. Issue will make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are Biafrans. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. The choice we make, we're serving our future will make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are Biafrans. We are the world, make a better day, so let's start giving. The choice we make, we're serving now. Issue will make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are Biafrans. We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we'll make it. We're saving our lives. Issue will make a better.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwuemeka Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwuemeka Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us every blessed day. You demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwabiama believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafra, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children, the Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you.
Good evening, great friends and wonderful people. I welcome you this evening. Today, of course, being the 22nd day of May, the year of our Lord Chukwu Okeabiama. Evening on this platform, Biafra Radio, where we worship Elohim, where we worship Chukwu Okike Abiama, and of course, it is another live presentation from Radio Biafra. I want to welcome you as you are joining us this evening. As you are joining us, please begin to invite others and begin to share this broadcast. Share it far and near. Share it far and wide. Of course, what we have come here to do is very simple. We have come here to preach the gospel according to the restoration of the kingdom of Chukwokikabiama on this planet they call Earth. And we are IPOB solidly, of course, under the leadership of one and only the supreme leader. They get mad when I mention that name, Supreme. But unfortunately, there is only one supreme leader. There is only one supreme commander as far as the struggle is concerned. And no other than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he whom Elohim have called for this noble task. And of course, we must continue. Once again, my name is Barrister Onuorah. As I welcome you this evening, please welcome others, because we have come to worship Elohim. This is Biafra Radio, where we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This evening, I bring to you greetings all the way from Johannesburg. From Johannesburg, they call it the city of gold. We reach humanity from here to Biafra land, the land of the rising sun. And of course, this evening, I want to bring to you IPOB Finance Head, Nayanya, of course, as usual, and as always, ever working so hard. She will be coming up this evening, of course, with IPOB principal officers from all around the world. Therefore, I will bring her up so that she can begin to introduce others. And of course, I will hand over to her. Wanda, good evening from here, if you can hear me.
Yes, good evening, Barrister from Germany. Good evening.
Can you hear me, Wanda? All right, let me get my music off. Let's try again. Can you hear me, Wanda?
Yes, good evening, Barrister. I can hear you.
Good evening. The whole world is waiting. The whole world is listening.
Yeah.
Please take it away.
Good evening, Biafran, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, including our enemies, our well-wishers. I welcome you all tonight, today, the Friday, the 22nd of May, 2026, the year of our Lord. We thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for this day, for giving us life, that we are in the land of the living. We thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the life of our leader, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for Chukwu Abiama to continue to guide and keep him and protect him throughout this journey. My name is Mrs. Nen Nayanya. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the head of finance IykeObed worldwide. I'm here today with my colleagues from South Africa and from Indonesia. This evening, before they introduce themselves, I would like to call off their names. We have my colleague Mazine Sinyagazie from the finance department. Then from South Africa, we have Mazi Innocent Alea, Mazi Vitali Sibe, Mazi Elma Olewe, and Mazi Chibuike Awute. They will introduce themselves. And now we have from Indonesia, our PRO in Indonesia, Mazi Chimezie. Now I start first of all, my colleague, Mazi Nelson Yagazie. Mazi Nelson, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to their friends. Thank you.
All right, Mazi Nelson, if you can hear us, please unmute and go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Mazi IykeObed, Barrister IykeObed, thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for the work you have been doing for Biafrans. And the head of finance, Lady Neniaya, thank you also. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of this hallowed program. Biafrans, good evening to you, wheresoever you're resident here on the face of the earth. My name is Nelson Yagazin. By the special grace of Chukwu Kabia, myself, the people of Biafra, in the capacity of Secretary of Finance of Finance Department, IykeObed Worldwide. By extension, I also oversee finance matters in Asia and in Africa, and also in Nigeria, with the exception of Biafra land, where the head of finance, Lady Nenianya herself, is directly in charge. I will be standing by.
Thank you very much. Now we go on to Mazi Innocent Alia from South Africa. Please introduce yourself. Is he here with us or not yet?
Yes.
Mazi Ali, are you here?
Okay, please
Yes,
go
Go
on.
ahead, please.
Thank you, Lolo, for the introduction and for the very good job you are doing for Biafrans. And thank you also to you, Mazi IykeObed, Barrister. I always salute. And I also thank you, Mazi Nelson, for standing tall, stay fast up until today without any shaking. With all the wars, you stay standing. I thank you, my comrade. And every other person in this program today, I welcome you and I greet all Biafrans from this part of the world, Cape Town, Western Cape, South Africa. By the grace of Chukwu Kabiam, I remain the Western Cape coordinator here in Western Cape, Cape Town, South Africa. Thank you and stay tuned on the program.
Thank you very much. Now our next guest is Mazi Vitality Day. Kindly unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the friends.
Yeah, good evening all. First of all, I want to use this opportunity to extend my greetings to Mwada Nenayanya and Mazi Nelson for the good work that Elohim have been using both of you in doing in this struggle. I want to also to greet my fellow comrade here from South Africa, Barrister Onuorah, and my fellow comrade also. Yes, my name still remains Mazi Chima Vitalis Ibe. From here, Pretoria, South Africa. And I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the national coordinator of IykeObed here in South Africa.
Thank you very much. Now we go on to also in South Africa, Mazi Chibuika, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the friends. Thank you.
Mazi Chibike, are you here? Please unmute. I'm not
I don't
sure
think he's
if
here. He's not yet here. Maybe he's having
No, not
problem
yet,
with
yes.
his. Now
Please
we
go
go
ahead.
on to Indonesia from Asia. It's really nice to have somebody from Asia today. Now we go on to Mazi Chimezie. I've seen him. He's here. Unmute yourself, please, and introduce yourself to the friends. Thank you.
Mazi Chimezie, please go ahead if you can hear. All right, I'm not sure. Mazi Chimezie is here. He's muted. Mazi, you are muted. Please unmute. Unmute yourself. He is muted. I'm not sure if he's hearing us.
Okay, while he's trying to sort himself off, we continue. This evening, today, we are here with our principal officers from South Africa. Last week it was with Italy, and there we had our Reverend sister. Today, it's South Africa and Indonesia. Now, it is our duty now to try to go back to our people, try to bring them back to the fold so that they will know exactly where they belong. Because nothing is going to stop us from marching forward in this quest for freedom. We need to support our leader in every way. That's why today we are taking it step by step. Today it's South Africa, and Biafrans are listening. First of all, we want you to tell us exactly, before we move on to the next stage, what you went through during this process that our leader was transitioned from Kenya to Nigeria. Please make it very, very brief because we are four and we'd like to hear from each and every one of you. And I will start with Innocent earlier because I know with finance and other things he knows, and then we go on and everybody will speak. Innocent, please unmute yourself. We really want to know what happened in South Africa, because sometimes when we keep quiet, people on the other side will think that they've won because we've not been talking. It is high time we have to speak out so that our people will know exactly what happened. Please, can you tell us exactly what happened in South Africa? Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Lord. Once again, my name is Mazi Innocent Alia. I've been in this struggle for a very long time, and I was in the middle of everything that happened. Then it gives me opportunity to at least give some accurate account of what happened in South Africa concerning IPO. My coordinator, Mazi Ibe, is here. He will also, I believe, he will also have something to say, another comrades from South Africa. Things were going very, very smoothly until our leader had a problem in Kenya. Within that period, within a month of that problem, instead of the way our leader taught us for things to even move further, more than the way it was. That's what we thought here in South Africa. But suddenly everything changed. And I was part of the executive here in South Africa. I was also the former financial secretary, financial officer of IykeObed South Africa. So I've been in the forefront. When these things was happening, I was also part of the executive. And I would say that they used these men in DOS. I will mention their name, China Sanwo, because they are the ones who are constantly in the meeting and pushing for all these things. Chike Doziem, China Sanwo, Nzurumike. These are the ones who are in forefront fighting this thing. And remember, when these things was happening, within the first 6 months of our leaders' incarceration, when all these things was happening, everybody believed that, yes, things will go normal. We believe that Chike Doziem will do a good job. Likewise, other people. But they started cutting off Lolo Nene. So on that first month, attacks started coming on their account. People started raising issues. And those people that were raising issues of account were the ones, they are the ones who are in charge also of the funds that is coming in IykeObed. In fact, they can see what is happening concerning any IykeObed finance. They know it inside out. So they are the ones, surprisingly, calling for their account to be rendered to them. And for what? So there's so many things that happened that time concerning accounts until a meeting was called and Nzurumike gave them order to open a new account. So that's when they started putting money that side, and things continued. There was a lot of things. They even wanted to go and buy a house, forcing the financial officer here then to make it work, forcing her to talk to Lolo Nene. But you know, obviously that one is a no-go area. Our leader will be in the detention and you will be purchasing a house in Johannesburg. So when that didn't happen, in fact, there was a series of meetings that was called, which involved these 3 men I called from DOS. And all these meetings was about finance, and it was a financial meeting. But in each and every one of these meetings, they never invited the person who is in charge, which is Lolo Nene, who's supposed to oversee all the accounts of IykeObed all over the world. They never consulted her in any of these meetings. She will only hear about it from the financial secretary, our financial secretary, what had happened in the meeting. Even the financial secretary will be talking to them, telling them, there's no way, even some of the questions Chike Doziem and then we are asking her, she could not answer it because Lolo is the only one who can clarify all these things. But what they did was they build alliance with the crooks we have in IykeObed, because then we also have crooks in IykeObed like there was a petition against the former national coordinator, that is Ogechukwu Isu. There was a petition from Johannesburg. There was also a petition from Western Cape against Ogechukwu Isu, which is on the table of Nzulumike and his senior, which is Chike Doziem. But they never attended to this. But immediately, all these cases was on them. But immediately, Onyendu was rendition. All those men that are have questionable character in IPOB, we are now made to be the Lord in IPOB. So if you talk, they call their boss there, they will remove you. So about the issue of funds, when they fight and see that, because all they needed, they have captured everywhere, all they needed was to capture the financial officer, which they couldn't. What they did was that they said they have removed her, which they don't have the authority. It's only law that can do that or put a petition for that to happen. That is the chain of command, because the financial officer who was there here then was appointed by our leader, mentioned on the radio directly. So when that lady refuses, they say they have removed her and every other person in support of her. And then they went ahead and opened a fraudulent account, which they called, what's the name of that account? I'll remember it as I go on. Welfare account. So from that welfare account, that is how they remove everybody who is in support. Now they make it who is in support of putting their money with the welfare and who is in support of putting their money with the law on our account, our leader have here. So that became a very big issue. And they ended up dragging so many people. In fact, they caused confusion everywhere. They went ahead and made Ikengu Raru the Johannesburg coordinator. Can you imagine? While those noble comrades were there. So there was some videos that came up. I believe so many Biafrans saw those videos when the fracas was going on. So they were walking around, making phone calls and trying to change all the coordinators. Even here in Western Cape, they pushed so hard. They couldn't survive it because here is rooted and it's an old units and zones, which we have here in Western Cape. It affected us a lot in terms of numbers, because when okwu bayere ego ebe ndị be anyị nọ, ebido ha ala nwenwe shaking na sikwa ego agara ebe a oga ebe a, obi ndị mmadụ adaham. So we lost a lot of members who doesn't attend meeting anymore, and things are easy go she did before, because before you can make an announcement. Once our leader is there, our people will see that things is going, and you can even go shop to shop for anything concerning fundraising, and people will be in support. But after all these things happen, they created a big enmity. In fact, if it's what people hear, the IPOB never the kind of confusion, especially Uzumike, the kind of confusion it caused here. We try to go through all legal means of IPOB. We try to go through all our code of conduct to teach them that what they are doing is wrong, but they never believe it. They never budge. Instead, they went ahead and caused all this disaster here. So I'll stop so far so that other people who are here, who are from South Africa, can also, if there's places I did not remember, they can pick it up from there. The only thing that happened that is very, very, really good in South Africa is that we didn't badge for them. we keep on moving. Now we have our new coordinator, and everything is returning back to normal the way it's supposed to be. We already had our first convention November last year in Cape Town, where everybody, including Mazi Ikechukwu, was here present in Cape Town on that convention in order to bring our people back again together. So I will also encourage our people all over the world. I know that this thing touches so many countries. Even people doesn't attend meeting in some places in the world. But here, in fact, since then, we've never missed any monthly meeting. And we have formed a new executive here in South Africa. And people are starting to come back. So I encourage other people from all over the world to go back to their units according to our leaders' instruction and make sure that their units are functioning.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Before we go to Vitalis, the African rep is here. Mazi Terry, please introduce yourself, then we'll continue. There.
Good evening from here. My name is Kumowe Tarinemi. I am the African rep of IykeObed. I'm from Sagbama local government. Should I go ahead to maybe say one or two things concerning what happened in South Africa?
Yeah, go ahead. Then we'll come. Yeah, because I wanted the Vitalis and others. Then I will come to you to tell us exactly.
Okay. Let others speak. I'll later.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now we go to Mazi Vitalis. Please, over to you.
Yes. Good evening once again. Yeah. Good evening to you all once again. I have been waiting for a time like this to come and speak out what actually happened here in South Africa, because I was there. I was in the center of everything all, because I was the national secretary of IykeObed South Africa by then. So I was among the executive. What really happened is this: before everything came in open, one good day like that, the then national coordinator by name Okechukwu called me one day and told me that, look, Mazi, something is really happening. I said, what is it? He said, do you know that these people in the leadership, they are trying to use him for something evil? I said, what is that? He said they called him, trying to use him to blackmail Madam Neneyanya. Then I asked him, who is actually doing this? How many are they? And what is their name? He refused to open up to me their names. But he told me, I said, okay, what did they want to use you to do against her? He said they want to use him to blackmail Madam Neneyanya. Then I asked him, did you ask them any question? Because if I were you, I would ask them question. He said, like, which question did I expect him to ask them? I said, you would have asked them that, are they not the one that we are emulating from? I thought our leader said that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. How come the leadership, the people that we are looking up to, are the one now saying this type of evil thing? He said, yeah, Mazi, he asked them. And they said that he never mind, that this is the system they have been using in removing anybody that doesn't want to follow their instruction. Then, that time, I was looking for what to do. I began to call Madam Neneyanya to inform her of the evil that they are planning against her. But it was unfortunate she didn't pick my call throughout that period. So the person I went to explain this was my deputy here in Pretoria. who was Maz Adendo. I called Maz Adendo. I said, look at what is going on. Look at this evil they are playing against Lolo, because that is what we usually call her here. He said, what is it? I said, look out, Okechukwu called me and told me about this. I said, if you can reach her, please tell her. So before I could know, not even up to a month, problem started. The problem started was Johannesburg people started accusing Okechukwu of fund embezzlement because his group linked to the Johannesburg zones of the money Okechukwu embezzled when he was Johannesburg coordinator, zonal coordinator. Then Okechukwu called me so that I will help him to cover it up because I was the national secretary and people respect me. I told him no, I cannot do that. If it is true that you collected money from somebody, the money meant for IPOB, I cannot help you to cover it up. Then he went to the zonal coordinator, which was Maazi Chubike. I would say that was why I added Chubike here. Chubike now promised to help him so that he will come out to confess how he collected the money. So when he came out and confessed how he collected the money, Chubike refused to help him. Chubike said, no, we cannot help you because this is against our code of conduct. So when all this thing was happening, do you know what Okechukwu did? He went back he was scared because they wrote a petition against him to Nzulumike that this guy who was the national coordinator embezzled money meant for IPOB. So instead of Nzulumike to call for a CRC meeting, Nzulumike now has a meeting with Okechukwu. Instead of calling for CRC meeting, Nzulumike just come alone to call for a meeting. On that meeting, we all are there because Okechukwu now have called him to accept the offer given to him to use him to blackmail Madam Neneyanya. Now, instead of calling for questioning or how he invested money, Okechukwu is questioning our financier, which is Lolo Alia. Now, they want to find fraud from her against Madam Neneyanya. And this woman gave them every answer that they needed. From there, she implicates Okechukwu that Okechukwu collected money from her. Do you know what they did? After the meeting, I didn't know that these two people did not log out. Me, I have logged out and sleep. Around 4 a.m. South African time, something woke me up that I should go back and log in again in that meeting. When I log in, I had Nzulumike and Okechukwu sitting there in the meeting, thinking that everybody have left. They don't know that I have joined back. I had everything they said. The only thing mistake I did that day, I did not record their conversation. Nzulumike was telling Okechukwu, if truly you have been collecting money from this woman, which is our finance head, that if they call for CRC meeting, he will be removed as a national coordinator of South Africa. Now, their plan was to look for an excuse or a fault to remove our finance head. But they found that the woman did not do anything wrong. And the way she responded to them, she speak in a polite way. She didn't come with anger upon all the whole insult they were pouring on her. That was what Nzulumike was telling Okechukwu. That was the day both of them bargained that they are not going to remove Okechukwu as a national coordinator. But if he agreed to do the work given to him, and what is the work? To come and blackmail Madam Neneyanya. That was when they now came with an idea of finance issue in South Africa. They use one guy they call Chukwu Emmanuel. I normally called him Lai Mohammed. That guy have a lot of lie in his mouth. There's no atom of truth in him. And that guy is Nzulumike's boy. So they are based on different feather. So that was how the whole problem started. When this problem started, I was shouting, telling them that there's nothing wrong with our accounts. But no one wanted to listen to me. A lot happened. And when this was happening, we are looking for who to go to, but nobody. Because they have the support of Nzulumike, Edoziem, and co. And we don't know who to talk to. And these people we are giving us, there's a lot of problem. Even here in Pretoria, Maza Alia is in Western Cape. Western Cape is too far from here. There is war. Even Machikechukwu is here, he can attest to what I'm saying. These people are moving out with guns. Even they are threatening me here in Pretoria because they are trying to form another faction of IPOB Pretoria, which I refuse. Even that period, they killed one of my members called Ikechukwu from Abo and sent them the message that they have bring one of my guys down, that we are coming to revenge. That was why when they sue us to court in High Court, they couldn't come to the court because they were scared to come to Pretoria that very day. Anyway, that is by the way. What I'm saying is this: there's a lot of war which we fought here that nobody knew about. And this thing have made many members to run away because people are saying they cannot be coming to meeting to spend their money and their time, and at the same time running for their life. We lose many members. Nobody wants to come to meeting anymore. Now, when you call them for meeting, they say until now the camera is out, then they will know where to follow. Because these people brought a lot of confusion here in South Africa. I've just seen people saying DOS are white. Who are these DOS? Is it not this criminal that I saw all their action? Because what they did actually proved to me who they are. When I told, when we are fighting this battle, I told my deputy Adendu everything that's going on. Adendu was my spokesperson because he was the one speaking in the forum. Adendu told them, if you people don't want Nene as our finance head, you people should write a memo signed by the DOS that Nene is no longer head of finance. They refused to do that. Then Adendu now told them that anybody that wants to change what I have later have put in place is a criminal. Even that person is a member of DOS. That was why they call his name. And they don't call his name on radio, that is hereby expired. I wrote a memo to Uzurumike to come and clarify for me what Adendu did that made them to expel him. That, they refused to come. Now, before I said that there's nothing they will say that I will accept. Now they call my own name in radio. Biafrans, a lot happens here in South Africa. It took only the strong people to stand. As by now, we have only few attending meeting because people are still scared. People are still scared to come out. You people know that South Africa is just a violent place, more especially in this cartel. They are shooting people every day. Western Cape is very cool. That place is cool. Even Onuorah can know what is happening here in Pretoria and Johannesburg. People are falling each and every day. So nobody now is free, and nobody now is sure of his or her life. Even when you come for meeting, people are there. Some people are there looking everywhere. They are not there confidently. Even this 30th May we are going, a lot of people have been calling me now, taking an excuse. Because this is what they have been doing since 4 years ago. Anytime we want to gather for a place, many will be called for an excuse. Look, I'm going to some place. They are not going anywhere. They are scared to gather to come for in IPOB gathering. That is what we have been experiencing since our leader was inside. Let me stop here for now. Maybe there are other things I will say that if I will call to speak, they won't.
Thank you very much. Dear friends are listening around the world. Many that did not know what happened, they are now hearing and listening. I'm sure many are shocked, just the same way I am shocked. Thank you very much, Mazi Vitalis. Now I will go on to, you said Chibuika Wuze, but before I go on to him, let me call upon Mazi Elma Olewe. Please, over to you. Unmute yourself and speak to their friends. There.
IPOB.
One family.
One family. Hey, good evening, ma. We thank you very much for everything. Mazi Nelson, we thank you very much for your presence. And our barrister, Mazi Ikechukwu, our national coordinator, Mazi Vitalis, Onuorah, and all Biafrans, Mazi Chibike, I thank each and every one of us for this particular moment, because we have been shut off of air to speak concerning what is happening in IPOB South Africa. My leaders have spoken, have covered everything. These people caused a lot of havoc. I am Mazi Chukwu Elma Olewe, by the grace of Chukwu Okabiama, I happen to be the Johannesburg Zonal Coordinator by the grace of Chukwu Okabiama. I also was a victim of all that has happened. And Mazi Obiukwu, I am so disappointed by Mazi Obiukwu, how he acted on what happened in IPOB South Africa. His name was among those who were taken to court. I happened to be in several meetings with Doziem, Nzurumike, Tina Sanwo and co. I forwarded to them all the petitions, all the videos of what happened. Even when they send Anonketa Woko Karishi to come and hijack IPOB Johannesburg, we resisted them at all costs. They even called me at midnight. Severally, they said to me, if I can join with them, they know that people respect me, people will obey my voice. Can I be on their side? Say, for what? Say, what is it that we are not doing well? He said, no, we are not supposed to follow on the side of Neneanya, that our canto is this. Marcia, no, our leader Mazen and the Kano have never removed her from this position. And we followed the chain of command, the rules and regulations given to us by our leader. Even Okechukwu himself called me severally. I said to them, I took oath, I removed my shoe, I took oath of my life and my generation. I cannot do that. Anybody who refuses to be on their side becomes their enemy. They stole everything in that office. All were reported to leadership, the OS. Nothing was done. Obiku himself is a double filer. I'm even disappointed that after the call we had with our leader Mazen Nankana last year, Obiku was there when they said that it was AI. He could not even defend and say anything about that. The same account he wrote a memo against is the same account he is paying money into. He was among the people who contributed so much destruction in IPOB South Africa. Where he was supposed to speak, he refused to speak. We had a meeting in Jamestown, a peace talk, where he said that later what happened at night be a mosquito bite. Mazi Chibike, my then zonal coordinator, agreed, everybody agreed to make peace, to shake hands among ourselves. Former national coordinator, Okechukwu, took his hair and it and said that will never happen. He refused to make peace. What get to this extent would have gotten to this extent had it been that he agreed on that? His backbone fall onto those criminal DOS members, few of them, that happens to take money from zoo government against this struggle. They did all they could. They came to my Rambek and Forward Unit 6. They came to hide. They wrote memo against me to be removed. They came, but we resisted them at all cost. They managed to win some certain units, threatening people up and down. What our national coordinator said, Vitalis, is true. Some people are not coming to meet. My meeting, our unit before, ma'am, in a sitting, we recover more than 3,000, 5,000 by one sitting. These days is me, PRO, and some 2 members. They have caused much problem. Even the time our leader said to us, we should go and call everyone back. PRO Mazi Tojugu contacted each and every one of them, meet them in person. At the end of it, they turn it upside down. But by the grace of Chukwu Okabe, we managed to go. Everything is recorded. Because I know that by the grace of Chukwu Okabe, everything will fall into place. Only that it will take time. But it will be, many people are on the fence, waiting to see what will happen. Many have pulled back. Because these people, since they failed to hijack their account in South Africa, they are not happy. So they're doing all they could, calling people even up to today, distorting people's mindset not to contribute. Even recently now, let me say it to all Biafrans. Mazi Ikechukwu Obiche, who happened to be my deputy, has now disintegrated from our own unit in Rabak and Forward Unit 6 and opened a different unit. He was forwarding the whole information from our group to those people against us. But we resisted them. They go and form a different unit. So this is what they're doing all along, causing factions, causing problems, disobeying our leader, talking that if our leader comes, as Obiku say with his mouth, that if our leader comes out, they will give him an office. He will just sit one place, he will be paying him money monthly. He is not worthy to become our leader anymore. You know, what these people have done, my prayer, let the gods of our land pull their tongue to sweep the floor. They have done so much horrible things that any ear that hears it will be so painful. So these people, they have done so much against us, but we try all we could to resist them as much as we could, because they did not conquer all they did, but they destroyed the many people's mindset and heart to be cold toward this movement. So this is my own humble contribution on what has happened, because there are a lot. If I'm to go on and on, other people will not be able to have chance to speak. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. Biafrans are listening, they are taking notes, all the threats and everything. Terrible. Thank you very much. Now we go on to Mazi Chibika. Please tell us exactly, because your name was mentioned in one of the discussions. Unmute yourself, please. Thank you.
I don't think Chibike is here. I don't see Chibike.
Okay, no problem.
He is
now, yeah, thank you very much. It's Mazi Chimezie. Can you speak now, or you still having problems with his gadget?
Chimezie, I think Chimezie joined back. Chimezie, if you can hear me, please unmute.
Yeah, please, this is Nelson Yagaze. Chimezie reached out to me. He said he's trying to mute. That first time you requested him to speak, he's been trying to mute, but not been able to.
Yes.
I hope he's hearing me.
Yeah, I can see he's still muted. Yes. No, please go ahead.
Also, message now. He sent me a message right now. He's also trying
Guys,
to.
is it possible to unmute him from your end?
No, he's not even here anymore. I think
okay.
he's out. Yeah, when he come back, I'll try that.
No
problem.
Yeah,
look for him, Barisa. Please look at the background. He sent a message. Look at the background.
No, he's not. He's no longer here. Mazi, he's no longer here. He has kicked out. But when he comes back, I'll try to see if I can unmute him.
All right.
Okay. Now over to the African rep. Terry, please. Now unmute yourself, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, Biafrans, depending on where you are and your time zone. Okay, the issues in South Africa. South Africa is one country in this in Africa, which is within my jurisdiction, that have a whole lot of story. And many of these things, when they started, while they were happening, I was not aware initially until the regional rep, Obiku, Mazi Obiku, then brought it to my knowledge. And when he brought it to my knowledge, he was on the side of the people. He was not on the side of the national coordinator, Ogechukwu Isu. And then, because there's a way I go about my things, because you're the one that brought something to my knowledge, and because you're the most superior officer, does not mean that I am going to take everything that you said, hook, line, and sinker. I will also listen to other people and try to put everything together and try to give my judgment on the matter, so that there can be peace and everybody at the end of the day will be satisfied with however the judgment goes. So when he brought, I listened to him, listened to everything that he said, and then I contacted Ogechukwu Isu. I listened to his own part of the story too, and some of those things were not very clear to me. So, and many other people were involved. There were other issues as well. So I said, okay, then let us call for a robust meeting where everybody will be involved. So I called for such a meeting. We all gathered, and every other person were there, and everybody. It was a long meeting. It ran into the night and late into the night, but as some of such meetings usually go. So after much discussion, everybody was presenting their cases, and I was listening, and I was trying to um, I was trying to understand people from their various angle and their various points, and I know that I was giving everybody fair hearing. Everybody had opportunity to speak, and I think there was just one or two persons that were not available in that meeting. Then they were like, okay, in the next meeting they should be available. So after that meeting, like I usually do, um, I usually try to make sure I carry Inzurumike along, who was the deputy head of directorates in such things like this. I try to carry him along. So if such cases end up at the CRC, he will have an understanding of how things are going, because some people do not understand how IPOB works. IPOB works from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. When matters are to be handled from the units, if it is a unit issue, and if it's bigger than the units, the zone, the bigger than the zone, the national, bigger than the national. If the matter cannot be handled by the national, the regional cannot be handled by the regional, then it gets to the African rep. So the matter is quite heavy, and that's why the regional rep, the Southern African regional rep, then Obiku brought it to my table. So I was still handling the case, and we adjourned the meeting that, okay, we're going to have another meeting, and we'll still hear from those other people that were not present in the meeting. And afterwards, I related it to Nzurumike. I told him, okay, this is it, and I have told them we are going to have another meeting. Only for me to one day saw that my phone was ringing on Skype, because we used to have that meeting on Skype. I saw that my phone was ringing, and I was surprised. I didn't know what was happening. And I saw that it is from the same group, because we had to create a group then for the meeting. I saw that it was the same group of that meeting. And I picked it, and I saw myself in a meeting that Nzurumike called without my knowledge. And I told him I was still on the matter. I had not finished. Nzurumike picked up this matter without my knowledge, and I was shocked. Being my superior, I did not react, but I was just there. I said nothing. I have not finished handling the matter. And by rights, with the creation of the CRC, Nzurumike was not supposed to just come into the matter. He is the one that heads the CRC. After the African rep, the matter was supposed to go to CRC, and he heads the CRC. Then the members of the CRC, him and the members of the CRC will listen, and then final judgments will be given. But now, he left the CRC, he bypassed me and came to handle the matter. And we were just handling that meeting. I didn't even, my mind was not there. I didn't even understand what was going on. But I was just in the meeting, and I was shocked, and I was wondering, what is this man after? What is he trying to do? After that meeting, before I knew it, Nzurumike started giving announcements, removing people from their positions, people that obviously from the reports you see the way the meeting was going, from what people were saying, you knew that these people, to a very great extent, they are the ones that were doing the right thing, and these other ones are not doing the right things. He just took side with the national coordinator and started removing people and suspending people that were not in line with the national coordinator. Now, I must say this same national coordinator is somebody that had chatted me prior to that time, prior to this meeting that Nzurumike called, asking me to be his godfather and all of that. And I just smiled to it. Like, I did not respond to what he said, but in my mind, I was like, in IPOB, we don't do we don't do godfatherism. We follow the chain of command. We follow um we we follow everything that our leader says, and we follow um our code of conduct. So, but I just ignored him. I just felt like, okay, it's just a childish talk. So probably maybe he took that same offer to Nzurumike, and they had an understanding, because the way Nzurumike behaved after then proved that he chose to become his godfather, and that was how everything changed in South Africa. And some people started running back to me and was like, what is happening? I was like, Nzurumike has hijacked this thing from my hand. I have not concluded, and he has hijacked it. And he has removed some people from their positions, replaced them with people with questionable characters. And South Africa became in disarray. One issue or the other, there was no longer peace in South Africa, and everything was channeled on money, 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 this account, that account, this account, that account. And I remember I told them that these issues concerning finances and all of that, because we have somebody then, Ibe Gift Amarachi, that our leader appointed for audits, so in Africa. So I told them that concerning this area of finances and all, what this thing needs is audits, and this lady was going to come in, which after that meeting, I know I spoke to her. I tried to get to her, but I did not see much response or reaction from her. And before Nzurumike came in and started doing what he did. So I kept quiet, but South Africa was already in disarray. Even Obiku was not pleased with what was going on and all of that. In fact, he was the one that was really on my case and disturbing me concerning what is going on, and I was telling him to calm down, that Nzurumike is our superior and all of that, and he should calm down. So now Nzurumike gave order. Okay, I don't think as at then he had. I'm not very sure then whether he had already given order for that new account. Yes, I think he after then, yes, after he removed those people, that was when he gave order for the new account and all. So I was still there watching, even though I knew that this wasn't the right thing. But chain of command, you have to just obey. Even though I know that he had broken the chain, because the chain of command doesn't just it doesn't give superior all power to break the chain. The chain must follow from bottom to top, from top to bottom. That is how the chain flows, from bottom to top, from top to bottom. You allow your subordinate officers to exhaust their the privilege of their office, and when they have exhausted the privilege of their office, it is them that will bring it to your table. and say, this is how far I have gone with this case. This is what I have found with this case. Then the superior officer takes it from there. But that wasn't what Nzurumike did. He broke the chain and removed people, replaced people, and otherwise. So he abused his office, but I kept quiet. I just kept calm because he was still my superior. So then, after then, I started noticing that there was a campaign against me, a campaign of blackmail against my person. Probably because he knows, or they know, that I was not in support of them in all these things that they are doing, because I don't join them to do it. I don't join them to do their rascality. So they started raising people to begin to insult me, blackmail me, tell lies against me, and I was still African rep. I was still African rep now, and these are people that are close to them. So, and this Ikenga of a guy, he started saying all sorts of nonsense against me, against my person. One other guy from Biafra land was also doing the same thing. I think Chuk Segwatu, he was also doing the same thing. I don't know who recruited him to do that or what they told him, because I know that what they do, they go underground and begin to tell people, unleash people to do things. The same Chuk Segwatu is somebody that prior to that time that he was doing that thing, I protected him from this man, Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu just came up one day and accused him and some other people in Biafra land that they are autopilots. And I was like, because I had started seeing the trend as at that time, that they just come up to accuse people for autopilots. And to me, I see that these guys are indirectly strengthening this other side. They were indirectly strengthening this guy while pretending to be fighting against him. That was what I was viewing. So when I see people that, I notice that when somebody challenged them, they call the person autopilot. At the end of the day, pushing that person to go and join the other side. So when I saw that trend, I had to call the Biafra land coordinator, the late Biafra land coordinator, Ikechukwu. I called him. I was like, what is happening? This report I'm getting, is it true? I made some investigations, and he told me that, oh, it is not true. So I know what I did in the DOS. And I asked questions. I said, why are you calling these guys autopilots? Why are you saying that they should be as in, why are you trying to nail them? So that was how that thing stopped. It wasn't up to a month after I protected Chuk Segwatu and some of, I think even the state coordinator, his own state coordinator, then with some other people. It wasn't up to a month. They started fighting me. I don't know what they told them or who told them what, I don't know. So when I saw them telling lies against me, I went to Nzurumike. I presented the matter to Nzurumike. I said, Nzurumike, look at what these people are saying. Coming to social media, boldly writing my name and blackmailing me on Facebook and Twitter and all of that. Nzurumike gave me the go-ahead and said that I should suspend them. So I went ahead to suspend Chuk Segwatu and the other Igwatu in South Africa, which is Ikenga. Immediately I did this. It was more like a setup. This man was this his name, Seth? You know, I don't put these people in my mind again. To me, they don't exist anymore. The DHOD or the former DHOD, Nzurumike, he went on radio and okay, he went on radio because I included, because it is the same thing that Chukwuegwatu was doing, that Ikenga was doing. But Ikenga was very special to them. Ikenga was very special to them. So because I included Ikenga, that was why he took it as an advantage. He went to radio, and I don't know what accusations that he laid against me, and announced whatever he announced. So these are the things that has happened, and this is how these guys all, and even after then, I know after then they still went ahead and kept, um, because all they have just been doing is blackmail. All they do is, once they notice that you're somebody that stands true, they notice that you're somebody that cannot be bought, they notice that you're somebody that cannot be moved, that is not moved with money. Okay, what they do is they blackmail you. If they notice that, oh, they cannot influence you or bend you to their side, they begin to blackmail you. That is just what they do. They begin to blackmail you. And it was after then they started, because Madam Naya too did not align to them. I remember then there was one meeting like that we had. I can't remember the particular person. One of them came to me privately and was like, and that they are going to call for a meeting. Then they were no longer calling for DOS meetings. They just hold their cabal meetings and come on air to announce whatever they want to announce to Biafrans in the name of DOS. And the rest of the members of the DOS have no idea of how they came about all those things. And we've been calling for meetings, they refuse. That day, suddenly they just came and said, okay, we want to have a meeting. And one private chatted me and was like, Madam Nenea has been insubordinate to Chika Edozie. And some of us, we don't like insubordination. I was like, oh, why is she insubordinate? Okay, let us get into the meeting. We got into the meeting. The meeting was just going somewhere. And as at then, I wasn't even sure. I know how I spoke towards Madam Nenea then, concerning what I felt, what I thought, because I thought they were right then. I thought they were right. I know how I spoke, which I later, after I realized their game, I later came to apologize to Madam Nenea, because that is the kind of person that I am. If I know that I offended you, because if I offend you, I will offend you genuinely. If I know that while I thought I was doing what was right, I offended you, I will come to you and apologize to you. It doesn't take anything from me. So those were the things that we faced, beginning from the things that happened in South Africa, in Biafra land, and many other places. I think I'll stop here for now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it is actually true. As it said, Nene did apologize to me actually, and I accepted, because he didn't know what really happened. These people, I don't know. They did a lot. I did a lot, but I just want Biafrans to hear the other side too of what really happened. They caused a lot of havoc, and we are not going to give them that time anymore. That chance, we are not going to have it again. That's why it's good we unite. Those of us that are with our leader, we need to try what we can to keep moving. Now, Biafrans have heard what these people went through in South Africa and the threat why you are having problems in gathering our people, but we'll keep pushing. With time, I'm sure they will come back again, the real ones. They will come back again. But as for these people in DOS, even though I'm also a member in DOS, but I'm not part of them actually. I'm not part of them because they disobeyed Onyendu, and when you disobey Onyendu, I have nothing to do with you. So I'm not part of them. Anyway, that is it. Thank you, Mazi Chere, for what you said. And now the thing is, what do we do to bring back our people? What do you people suggest? So maybe now we start talking to our people, encourage them to come back, and gradually we will pick up from where we stop. So, what suggestion do some of you have we can do? First, I'll go over to Mazike as the African rep. What do you think we need to do at this point? Because it's going to be difficult, but you just have
Head
to
of
keep
Finance,
trying.
please. Please, Head of Finance, good evening. This is Nelson Yagaze. Please, can you call in the Indonesian guy? He's back again. Can we try him again before Mazitere comes back?
Okay. I can't see him here.
But Ikechukwu
No,
confirmed that
he's
he's in.
not back. He's gone again.
He's not. He's gone.
Yeah, he remember he keep coming and going. The network on his side, I think, is
Oh,
giving him
okay,
problems. Yes.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. African rep, what do you have to say to that? Then we'll go round and then we see. Because the barrister also has to. Yes, please.
Please, before African Rep brings suggestion, can I just say one or two things
Yeah,
because
go
I'm also
ahead.
in South
Go ahead.
Africa.
Yeah, sure, you are in South
All
I
right.
didn't forget you, barrister. I didn't
Yes.
forget you.
All right.
Okay, go ahead,
So
please. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say a few things. When we registered our account here in South Africa, I was one of the directors. So now, when they wanted to buy a house, so they approached me because as a director, I have to, put in my signatures. So I told them that I am not in support of buying property. This is freedom fighting. We're not here to buy property. So they got a magazine or former to call me to lobby and talk to me. I told him I cannot do it. So when they saw that I was adamant, in buying the property, so now they started blackmailing me. They even gave me an ultimatum to resign as a director in that account. They send me documents and give me timeline. If I don't sign it, they're going to kill me. They will do this and that, you know. So it was bad. I mean, Mazi Alia is here. He knows exactly what I'm saying. So I told them I'm not going to resign and neither will I even sign. So what these people did was they went behind. I don't know how they did it, but they removed me, you know, um, as a director, and then went ahead and opened a separate account. So in our office where we started Radio Biafra, then Sadek, so they went there, broke into there, but before. I had this feeling that these people are up to something. So I went in there, take out some few things, and the rest that is left there, they went in, broke in, and packed everything. It was chaotic. And we were hiding because we don't want to come out. You know how South Africa is. Here, life is nothing. They can just waste people, at any time. And it has come to that level. They were exchanging words. Now, my biggest regrets, and I'm going to say this, my biggest regrets, the Ogechukwisu they are talking about, I am the one who recommended Ogechukwisu to our leader. And he asked me, our leader have this spirit that when he sees you or he hears about you, he will know if you are good or bad. He said to me, Ikechukwu, are you sure? He asked me 3 times and I gave my word. And at the end of the day, it came to what it is. Actually, it was my recommendation that Onyendu, have to make Ogechukwisi the national coordinator. And the same thing about the so-called Ikenga they are talking about. Ikenga, I brought him from Mozambique to South Africa because during when I started broadcasting on Motherland, he used to listen to my program. He will call in, and every day he calls, every day. I thought he was a hardcore. And then he told me he wants to come to South Africa. I brought him to South Africa. When he came to South Africa, I set this guy up. I found a shop for him. I did everything for this guy. That is why sometimes I keep asking myself, why did you get involved? But I felt we are under oath. We are all IPOBians. We are one family. This Facebook that he is doing now, talking rubbish, I opened the Facebook account for him. I taught him how to broadcast until he grew his listeners' base. When I came back from Israel, and I'm saying this for the first time, and I will say it, I counted 2,000 US dollars cash. I gave it to that fool, 2,000 US dollars. And this is how far I went in helping him. How did he pay me back? He went on air and began to talk trash about me. But what can we do? So this is what we went through in South Africa. But I thank Chukwuokike Abiyama for those who are still standing, people like Mazi Alia. That man has been around. I don't know for how long. Mazi Olewe, Mazi Vitalis. And I thank Chukwuokike Abiyama for them, because Onyendu said that he need only 100 men, and people did not understand what he meant. And today, the prophecy has been fulfilled. It is not all that says Biafra, Biafra that will make it. It is not all that says Biafra that will be here and Biafra comes. It's those that are called for this noble, restoration efforts. I will leave it here for now. But this is more or less what I witnessed here in South Africa, and of course, more and more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. That's terrible. But I have a question. This buying of property, according to them, was it before they opened this fake welfare account or during that time? Please, this
All right.
buying
It
of
was
property.
before the welfare account. Now, what brought about the welfare account was, like I told you, I was a director in the original account that our leader instructed. I was a director. Now, if I don't agree to buy the house, they will not be able to use that account to buy the house. So what they did, since I've said I'm not going to be a part of it, neither will I sign. So they went and opened the welfare so that they can use the welfare account to apply for that house, to apply for a bond. So that's how the welfare account came about.
My God. We are here for freedom fighting to restore Biafra. They are busy looking for a place to buy. In fact, they didn't even join to restore Biafra, rather for business and other things. You never be well with those people. I'm telling you. Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
one more thing, there was a day I was with this Ikenga in his shop. Onyendu called me. I told him that I'm here with Ikenga. Onyendu asked me to give him the phone. I gave him the phone. Onyendu asked him, do you pay your dues? Obviously, Ikenga does not pay dues. And he told Onyendu, Onyendu was so upset. He was angry. He shouted at him. And when I got the phone back, Oyedu was shouting at me, is this the person you are recommending? Because remember, Oyedu have to call their name on air, that they are this media warrior, whatever, not knowing that this guy doesn't even pay his monthly dues. And yet, Nzurumike made him a national coordinator. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. They removed those that were with our leader and stated those that are with them that will help them carry out their dirty assignment. But they have failed and they will continue to fail, because we will pick up everything and we will move forward, because nobody is going to stop us, because we are here to restore Biafra. For some people who have been hearing that name, Chukwudi Obiuku, he's supposed to be the cadet rep SADC rep is a short form for the Southern Africa Development Community. There are countries there are about 16 countries that comprise that, like Angola, Botswana, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, so on and so forth. So he is the rep for that. But I remember we had meeting once with those people from this SADC country, and they were ready to pay, and this evil Ochuku Diobuchi stopped them from paying it. We even had a meeting, and he stopped them from cooperating. These are the people, and in fact, he's in DOS, Adam Ihama. He's there, but hopeless, wicked. But in the end, we've won already because nobody is going to respect them anymore. They really cause, it's not only in South Africa they cause trouble. Here in Germany, in America, they divided every damn place where we have IPOB. Everywhere around the world. Everywhere around the world. Chike Doziem and his group destroyed it. Instead of them to concentrate on coordinating, instead of them to concentrate on uniting Biafrans, continue where when Onyendi was still with us, continue, black people don't like, I'm sorry, but a lot of us don't like continuity. Anybody comes to power or something, he wants his own, he wants to start it, he wants to establish his own. Continuity is their problem. And you can only move forward. You can only achieve something when there is continuity in what you are doing and you know that thing is good, you continue it. That's why you see people manufacture, these people, they manufacture cars and everything. When they make mistakes, they continue until they get it right. Our own people, as soon as you put in there, you will discard that one you have, which he knows that is good and wants it done. That's what happened. They never, they disobeyed our leaders' instruction. Everything about instruction, our structure, everything from money, they just disregard it because they want their own. Why can they go and form their own if they want to and stop using the name of our leader? No, they can't because they know without using if they don't use the name of our leader, that they will go nowhere. That is it. And we are not going to let them. We are not going to let them. That's why we are having all these coming countries to here so that Biafrans will know. Because when we keep quiet, they think, people will believe what they say. But now that we are coming out to say Biafrans will know, then we will be able to correct it and don't make the same mistake again. African rep, please. What do you think? Because we are going to go around, everybody is going to say something before we close. Thank you very much.
Once again, I crave your indulgence. Barrister, there's something you said. I feel there is a mix up there, and maybe you'll have to clear it up for Biafrans to know. It doesn't take these people anything to start twisting talks and carrying out their campaign of calumny. So when you are talking, Barrister, I hope you can hear me. Can you?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Towards your last statement, you said you were with someone when our leader called you and asked you to give the person the phone, and he asked the person if he's paying dues. I think you mentioned Ikenga, this place, and then you are saying our leader asked you, is this the person you are recommending? And later that it doesn't made him national coordinator, and the national coordinator was Ogochukwu. Is there a kind of mix-up, or am I the one that missed it?
No. Sorry. You are right. Yes, there is a mix-up. I mean, he made him what do you call it? As zonal coordinator in Joburg, My apologies. Yes, you're right. It is not national. Zonal
Yes,
coordinator.
zonal coordinator.
Yes, not national.
You know, the
Thank
people
you
were
for
up
correcting
against.
that.
Yeah, the people were up
Yes,
against. They know how to make
of course,
mischief.
of
All right,
course.
go.
Thank you so
And
much.
now, yeah, thank you. And now, the question our leader asked him if he's staying, and he said no. This shows how serious this payment is in this struggle. Our leader asked, do you pay your monthly dues? He said no. So you see them all the time now, you are sure no, they will come on Facebook, they will talk, but the minimum thing he's supposed to do, just payment, he never did that. But they made him a coordinator because he helped them to do their dirty job. Mazi Terry, please, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Wada Nenaya, and all of us here present. Okay, what I will suggest to our people all over the world, you know, right now I know that there are many good people that have, I will not call it gone to sleep, but have just gone underground. Some have gone cold, some have gone underground because they no longer understand how things are going, who is right, who is saying what is the truth, and all of that. But now we can see where our leader stands. That our leader do not stand with the cabal anymore, and and all that. So right now, what our leader expects, because I expect everyone to do what our leader expects, and what I know our leader expects is that wheresoever you are, we all those that are loyal to our leader have to regroup, because what these guys have done, when you see them come to shout IPOB, 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 they don't really mean well for the IPOB. All they have been doing is just to weaken the movement, to weaken IPOB. They grab the structure and weaken it. Grab the structure and weaken it. Okay, before the Biafra land coordinator um, died, before the Biafra land coordinator passed on, or before he was assassinated, he was uncomfortable with the way these guys have brought in people that will not work, state coordinators that will not work, just so that Biafra land will become docile. And that is the same thing they have done in many countries all over the world. So what I would say is that wheresoever you are, you know one person, you know two persons that you know them, they are loyal to our leader, begin to regroup yourself. Do not wait for anybody. Gather yourselves together, continue to hold meeting, and find a way to contact us. Okay, regroup yourself, and over time you're going to know all the people that are loyal to our leader, that wants this movement to move forward, that wants Biafra to be restored. Because what I understand, like what Yeshua said, not those that call me Lord, Lord shall enter the kingdom. Not all those that you see are saying Biafra, Biafra, truly want Biafra to be restored. Anybody that you see that is fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is no how in the heavens that person wants Biafra to be restored. Yes, I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a human being. He is a man. But we know that this is the man that has faced everything that a man can face. Everything that any freedom fighter in this world, in the history of the world, can face. The man has faced them, and yet he's still standing strong. He's not shaking. That is the man to follow. That is the man that truly wants Biafra, not the one that is sitting in the comfort of his home somewhere in Europe, somewhere in one comfortable country, okay, and telling lies and trying to blackmail the person that is giving all the sacrifices. So when you know the person that is, because the measure of love is sacrifice. The person that wants Biafra is the one that loves Biafra the most, and it is the one that will sacrifice the most. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed the most. He has sacrificed more than any other person, and he's the one we must follow. He's the one we must listen to. So if you are one of us that have refused to join those that will blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or blackmail what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for, or try to destroy the foundation of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has spent his whole life building, then you have to regroup, put yourselves together. Do not wait for anybody again. This is no longer the time to wait. We all have to put our hands together. Every hands must be on deck. And you may not know, you might be looking for, oh, where is a leader? You don't need any leader to be announced. Wheresoever you are, regroup yourself, begin to put yourself together, contact any one of us that is present here, and we are going to help you from there. That is what I will have to say to our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. As you said, that is very encouraging. I'm sure their fans are listening. It's not only in Africa, everywhere around the world, because now we need to dust ourselves up and sit up and keep moving. We are not going to allow them to destroy what our leader has built all these years. Nobody. And it will not work if we don't give them the chance. And we are not going to give them that opportunity. We really need to dust up gradually. We will take over everything that they've taken from us. All of them, we are not leaving an inch for them. Thank you very much. Now, my colleague Nelson, what do you have to say? Because the Africans are listening. Very important. There.
Okay. Oh, thank you once again, Head of Finance, and Barrister Ikechukwu, Onuorah,
Thank you, man.
Mazi Nemi, and the rest of contributors in this very broadcast. Dear brothers from South Africa, I want to say I'm in love with this particular episode, this broadcast this night, because it is very expository, and this is necessary because it makes the world to see how these cabals, the coup plotters, how they've been manipulating people, their shenanigans, the things they've been doing. It brings it to light so people can understand what is going on. The campaign of calumny they do, I do attack them on Facebook, and I tell them what they're doing is blackmail, is a game of blackmail they are playing against our leader, against everybody that stands with our leader. That's what they do. It's just blackmail. And once again, I've been proven right. All the things I heard today from our dear brothers from South Africa, including Barrister himself, is blackmail. They try to blackmail everybody. Once you're not with them, they blackmail you. They find a reason to blackmail you, and then either they suspend you or they take you down from wherever you are. Barrister Ikechukwu Onuorah was removed from Radio Biafra, London, because of the last broadcast myself and the head of finance did. Mazi Ofoma had to remove him. It was China Sanworo. We are in media meeting. and Chinas and Wuru that said performer has to punish you for that. Whatever he calls me, I will answer him. I was in the meeting. They know. They know. Whatever I'm saying, they know what I'm saying is correct. Because I used to fight with them in media meetings. Chinasa never liked me because I don't bow to him. He controls the rest of the media group. I'm the only one with the balls to post him. He knows that. So that is it. I've had so many things, and I see Inzurumike gave order to open a new account, and they wanted to buy a house while we're doing a freedom fighting, and they want to buy a house with IPOB money. It's, it's a very funny situation. And the whole thing about the head of finance, Lady Nenia, I knew, I saw all those things developing. I knew from the beginning. So all those things are doing. This guy, Ogechukwu, he has a strong hatred for Lady Nenia. Now I'm getting to understand why. Probably he didn't want it from what these people are. I think, is it Vitalis? Or what Vitalis explained, if I'm not mistaken. He was contacted to blackmail Nenia. Initially, he didn't want it. But then, because he was caught up in embezzlement, in corruption, and all that, it's all right. It's all right. But I want to ask Mazi Terry, Nemi, I want to ask, do these people, because I'm not in DOS, I'm not a member of DOS, but you, Mazi Terry, Nemi, and the head of finance, Lady Nenia, two of you are member of DOS. I want to ask, do these individuals have any power? The Arab contractors, the Kabadi Quist, in the bunch of traitors in DOS led by Chike Dozim, do they have any power to suspend a fellow member of DOS who they did not appoint? Because nobody in DOS was appointed by Chike Dozim or Arab blood. This man, Arab contractor Chinasa Nwuru, is our leader that selected members of DOS. Do these people have any power to suspend you or any other person in DOS? Please, I want to know.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't have such power to
Imagine.
do that.
And then they went on to make announcement against you and all that. I know they don't have it. It's only our leader, according to the code of conduct. It's only Mazin and Kanu that has the power to hire and to fire. They have no right to do any of such thing, but they come on doing it because it's a gang up. It's a gang up. Well, we keep going. Let me just stay by the side. It's an expository broadcast. I just want to say I'm glad you people are bringing these things out, and you are detailed and very composed. I'm very, very happy. All of you, from Mazino Centralia down to the last person that spoke in South Africa, um, Olewe, Mazi Olewe, um, the national coordinator, Vitalis Ibe, and then the other guy, all of you, I like your composure, the way you presented it. And Biafrans listening, here is it. You hear what is happening, and you have to take a leaf from this, borrow a leaf from this. They won't. I'll be standing by.
Yeah, thank you very much. And those evil people, very, very evil, and then time will tell. Time will tell. Now, we go on to the next person. We still cannot get our PRO in Indonesia. Really bad. But next time, maybe his line will be better. Now we go to the other one. Mazi Ema Olewe. What do you have to say? Then we'll go to Vitalis, then Alea. And then Barrister will hear from him because he's also in South Africa. Please unmute yourself, Mazi. What do you have to say? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for this moment. It's very, very welcomed. To add to what the question you asked and what will help us in this time, this hour. Number one, our leader Mazen Namdekan is no longer in DSS. It is now a place where there are many access. Information are coming from the lawyers and other junior people who are going to visit him. This is now a stepping stone to not only IPOB in South Africa, IPOB worldwide. Though there are many fake ones who are using our leader to gain trade online. As now, if not for fire, nobody know that a dry corn would have smiled. I know we are going somewhere. All we need to do now is to go out at any information. Even our barrister Mazi Ikechukwu is also sending messages every day. So by so doing and the voice of our leader and the information getting from our leader, it will help us and is helping us build momentum. Many people who have backslided are now coming back, listening, knowing the truth. Those who were with those criminal, some members of DOS, now some of them now are confessing. I know a couple of them who are now retraced themselves back from the truth that we have been telling them all along. I have so much confidence now that by the word of mouth and by the social media and our gathering consistently, even with this 30th May that we are planning to do next week, it will help so much as well. And with information our leader will also release on that day through Mike Arnold, that will also help to bring all IPOB, South Africa and all over the world back together. Because everyone is anticipating, all eyes and ears are waiting, eagerly waiting to hear the message from our leader. So I want to say that we do the best, our best. For the fact we have heard this for a long time, and we will continue to do what we can do best to make sure IPOB South Africa and IPOB worldwide is restored back again. It's like gradually we fall back again, because they have tried to break us and they say they are unable to break us. So this is what I have to contribute. We IPOB members in South Africa, we will do our best, engage as every medium as possible to make sure we get ourselves back slowly again, because we're almost there. And our leader will come out very soon. All of them who are against Mazen Namdekan, against Biafra restoration, the vengeance and judgment of karma will visit all of them. Because our leader is a spiritual man in a human flesh. Nobody can kill him. He is called for this purpose. That is what I'm confident about. What poison has been given to this man and what happened to him in Kenya. If it happened to ordinary person, the person would have long gone and dead. But this man, only those who are blind will not understand what is happening. Biafra will be restored in our time. Our children and the generation to come will never go through what we are going through again. And may Chukwu Okabema bless and empower and strengthen each and every one of us. Keep us alive. Give us full heart as we are genuinely standing by his son, Mazen Namdekan. He will guide us. Anyone who dig a pit for us will fall into that pit. Anywhere they will gather against us, they will receive their own judgment instantly. That's my prayer. I pray each and every day I shall go on my knee. May Chukwu Okabema be with us all. No more Chukwu Okabema.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we go on to Mazino Centraloa. Over to you. You people are really strong. Knowing what happened in South Africa is it's going to be history, writing what happened. South Africa and Germany and all parts of the world. Over to you, Innocent. There.
Thank you, Lolo Nene, and thank you to my fellow comrades that have spoken this evening. Like Mazi Nelson said, this is really educative to let Biafrans know exactly what happened and what is going on, because many Biafrans didn't know this. And sometimes I feel sorry for that woman who is coming out on the radio to blackmail our leader or start talking nonsense for our leader. Most people don't understand the kind of structure our leader have laid down for IPOB. In a place here like in South Africa, and take for example Western Cape, only Western Cape have about 9 units, and this 9 units contains at least 30 people upwards. Each of these units, just only in Western Cape, in diaspora. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prepared a document, a very short document that will take you 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes to read through. But in that little document, it contains everything. Just like he said that when he was asked, why would you not rule Biafra or lead Biafra when Biafra is restored? He said he will put everything on paper. And I believe him, because I want all these people that are on the side, including this SDOS and few people that are supporting them, and people like Lolo Nega. Have they gone through our code of conduct and see what is there? If we don't have those bad eggs in DOS, IPOB would not have any shaking. There wouldn't have been any shaking in IPOB, because our leader have laid down everything is there for everybody to see. So people like that woman in the radio that is making noise, please go through the code of conduct that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prepared. This is what governs IPOB all over the world, including Biafra land and in Nigeria, in the whole of Africa, everywhere in the world. And everybody was following these rules, and things was moving perfectly. And we are building units upon, creating more units upon units upon units, until the bad eggs among us rubbish it. And people who started hearing of IPOB, or who started getting interested few years back, like 3 years, 4 years back, or when our leader was rendition, they don't understand when our leader says that IPOB is the largest mass movement on earth, and he's very proud to lead it. He keeps on saying that. He knows what he's saying, because the movement was as strong as it is, or hard as it is to control. He put everything in place the way it should be. So way forward, every necessary tools we need to survive and carry this struggle, even if our leader is not there present, is there. Go back to the rules of IPO. Go back to your coordinator, who is with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and ask him what to do. I know that from each unit or each zone from all over the world, there is always one person there who will be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Meet that person, contact him, and start a family. It's time back again. When our leader said that if they don't have IPOB where you are, open one in your house and start it with you or with your wife or family. We are back in that stage. Wherever you are, you know who to contact. For people in South Africa, we have our national coordinator, Mazi Vitalis. Everybody who is an IPOB member in South Africa knows him. If you have any issues, call him and he will direct you the way to follow. The people you people that are confusing you before, they are now S. They are not coming back again. After a little while, all their noise and everything, they will fizzle out. Same as many people have come and go in this struggle. Go back to your unit. If there's no more unit, this is hijacked, go back to your house. If you are paying your dues every month, that covers you as IPOB. We know the laws is on the book, written down. Just like South Africa have done, bypass all these people, form a new national executive, have a new national coordinator, and move IPOB where you are. Move it forward. There are people to contact. The right people, our leader, have handed things over right from time. There are finance departments which are functioning very, very well. Go meet them. You know, Mazines has been coming on the radio. Get his number, contact him. There's a channel. Those channels our leader left. Our leader kept those channels and left them. They are still there. And there are people who our leader handed it over. If you doubt if they are still being, if those things are still with them or they are still running those work or jobs for IPOB, our leader said everybody should come and visit him so that you can hear from the horse's mouth who is in charge. So, fellow comrades, everybody go back to your unit, go back to your house if there is no unit, and make sure you are moving IPOB from there. And this is not the time to quit for people who are on defense. Even if you want to quit, it's not this time when our leader is still incarcerated. Then there's no difference between you and somebody who left their duty post, and the enemy operates from there. So get up, move on, do all you can, especially here in South Africa. You know that things is really, really difficult now in terms of funds, finances, because of what is happening. But let us try. Then here in Western Cape, our 30th May will go on as usual, Wetland Field. That's where we'll gather 10 o'clock on 30th May. Everybody, you know where it is. The poster is on also already. So follow the link and join us wherever you are. You will hello Igbo, one Igbo Ebo 30th May, Metland Royal Field. Kage kick off from 10 o'clock in the morning. If you're late by 3, maybe you will not be there at 10. We have finished by then. So Biafrans, I encourage everybody. Let us move on. The struggle continues.
Thank you very much. Now we let Vitalis now give us your closing remark advice you have for Biafran. Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, please,
Yeah,
before that, just
okay.
a moment, please, just a moment. Mazialia, towards your concluding speech, you say Eburana Igbo. This is is it only Igbos that that are Biafrans in South Africa, or is the target may open to every Biafran, or is it only Igbo? I want you to touch that.
The 30th May is open for Biafrans in all around Western Cape, especially Cape Town. Open for all the Biafrans. I call Igbo people because if you come here, there is Yoruba. Even to Yoruba friends, is also still open 30th May. Also, in our previous 30th May celebrations, we have some Yoruba people joining us to celebrate it. South Africans also come along and celebrate it with us. So it's for every Igbo person and Biafrans from the riverine, from all parts of Biafra land. Everybody is welcome.
Mazi, thank you. Why I have to bring that is because the Nigerian agents are very crafty in their operation against Biafra, even as IPOB is fighting within itself now. So if we're making statements sometimes and then you tend to use it, but I know sometimes we commit, we made that mistake. They will go out there and say, you see, that is an Igbo affair. They are excluding our riverine brothers, this, that, this. That is why when somebody say this and I draw the person's attention to correct it immediately, so we wouldn't give them that opportunity to go and start misleading our brothers from the riverine areas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, now, Mazi Vichelli, it's over to you, please. Thank you, Nelson, for that pointing out that.
Yes, Mazi Nelson, I keep on thanking you because you are so observant for the correction. Biafrans, as you people can see, there's a lot that we need to expose that do happen here in South Africa. But it's so unfortunate that we have a limit of time to speak. Maybe next time, then we'll expose more everything that happened. Yes, these people have caused a lot of havoc here in South Africa, and they have made a lot of people to run away. Many people are scared of their life because of the situation on ground here in South Africa. But we are working hard because not everybody will run. If all of us will run away, who then will stand? It took only those that have the spirit of Biafra in them, because we are not doing this on our own. There's the spirit in us that have been pushing us, helping us to move forward. And we will keep on working hard until Biafra is restored. Yes, I like what is happening. Although our enemies are helping us also to spread the good news and for Biafrans to understand the truth. Because if you can see today, there's something that is circulating in the social media. We are Chinas and Wanketa post something in Facebook.
Have we
Mazi,
lost
still there?
him? Have we lost him?
Looks like it. Yes, it looks like we've lost him. Network issue.
Okay.
We can continue.
Oh, okay. Is anybody not yet?
Book
Nelson, do you have
about
anything to say?
our upcoming. Now
Okay.
they begin to realize what is happening, and the only thing is that it will take them time to at least gather the courage to come back. Even most of their members, they don't know how they will come and ask for forgiveness, or most of them are ashamed of themselves. But I keep on telling them that whoever that comes, we will welcome them back. The door is still open for them. So concerning our 30th May, we are putting everything in place. The permits have been secured. And people from here at Victoria, we are moving to Johannesburg. That is where we are going to celebrate this year, 30th May. So all road will lead to Johannesburg in this coming Saturday. And we have put everything, we have arranged everything. Now that people have begun to realize, I know that they will begin to come back one after another. But for now, we are still few. Coupled with what is happening, you people can see what is happening here in South Africa. The indigenous doesn't want us to move around, mostly here in Gauteng. So people are moving out with fear. For those of us that have shops doing business, we open shop with one eye closed and one eye open, because before you know, they will just come and loot everything in your shop. So we are always at alert. It makes us not to do things freely, but not the same. We are still surviving. We know that Elohim is with us, so nothing will happen to us. I'm using this opportunity to urge each and every Biafran all over the world, to see the truth and follow the truth. At least everything now is in the open. It doesn't need no more explanation to anyone again to understand what is happening. It is very, very clear. So let them follow the right road. Sokoto is open to anyone. You have every right to go and visit our leader. If you need to hear from our leader to know the truth, Sokoto Road is open to anyone. Go there and see our leader. You will hear the truth from him. At least it will help those that are still doubting, the doubting Thomas, to understand the truth. So this is all I have to say now. Until next time that they will call us again to come and expose more, we will do that with good faith. They will.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was nice. Yeah, and now the next thing, do you have anything? I think our program rep is out. Now the next thing, do you have anything to round up, and then Barrett, then if I have anything to say, go ahead.
Okay. Biafrans, good evening to you all once again. My name remains Nelson Yagazi. I want you, Biafrans, to digest what you've heard today, especially from our brothers in South Africa. Digest every bit of information that they've given to us today, and you will understand why things are as ugly as they are today, and why Biafra hasn't been restored till now. You see, if you examine what they're saying, you see there is evil entrenched in the struggle. Biafra has not been restored today because of blackmail and other evil being committed by this bunch of saboteurs. They no do good. They never do good. That found themselves in certain positions, exalted positions in IPOB. Because our leader said that we are whiter than white, we are whiter than snow. And this our struggle is built on the twin pillar of truth and honesty. This is very, very important. People do not understand these things. When a structure is built upon certain principles, if you begin to deviate from it, it affects it. And take it or leave it. Biafra is spiritual. I keep saying this, and some people do not understand it. I understand we have some atheists in our midst who are offended with anything spiritual. Nevertheless, we that have the privilege of knowing God and understanding spirituality, we keep on speaking about it because that is reality. Biafra is spiritual, highly spiritual. Now, it was established on the twin pillar of truth and honesty. And then people in exalted positions are being untruthful. They are being dishonest. Like, I don't know, Biafrans, those of you listening, and those of you that will listen hereafter, I don't know if you're able to digest very well the magnitude of the information dished out tonight. This is the genesis of the Holocaust, the genesis of the whole problem as it concerns South Africa today. You get to every other country, you understand that it is the same. This is the same thing these people have been executing, country to country, zone to zone, unit to unit, the same evil. People that should protect the pillars of this struggle, the policies set in place, they are the ones turning against it. They are the ones committing atrocities. They are the ones telling lies. We are built on the twin pillar of truth and honesty, but they don't tell the truth. They thrive on blackmail, just to blackmail one woman. Nene, they are contracting people, different people, to do their bidding, not for any other thing, just blackmail. Even the old Gechiku issue of a guy, if I heard very well, when Mazi Vitalis was explaining, he said, Ogechiku asked them why. They say he should forget about that. Oge's problem is that himself is untruthful, he's corrupt, misappropriated money, and when he came to light, he tried to dodge his head. Then he has no option than to accept the offer to blackmail our dear sister, Lady Nenia, the head of finance. So some of you at the periphery that have been hearing certain tales, dirty tales, very sordid yarns against this woman, and you've assumed it is truth at this particular point in time by the makings of this very broadcast tonight, by the virtue of the exposition you had this night, you see that the woman they've been lying to you all along is actually innocent of all accusations. She was targeted. And in case you do not understand the brain behind the whole thing, herself wasn't the target. She was a victim as well. Their main target is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But what they did is that they studied the process. They saw people that are quite loyal to our leader, and they began to target them one after the other. Finance, of course, is quite important in every struggle. So if you get finance and you get media, then you're good to go. You've gotten the struggle. And they have media because Mazio Former, who is the head of media, is with them. The only challenge, the stumbling block they have is finance. So they targeted the head of finance. In media meeting, they don't say, if you say they battle, or I fight with them there. When they bring this thing on, you want to talk, blah, 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 blah. I tell you, after our last broadcast on Radio Biafra London, they wanted to cut my head off. That is where they decided to suspend Barrister Ikechukwu Onuorah, because it was on his broadcast that we came on and made that last broadcast. Chinasa Nwodo say this guy has to be punished. Master Former say yeah, he has to, for giving Nenianya and Yagazi the platform to make a broadcast. So the target is our leader. That is that. Today, you are seeing all these things playing out. They've come out in full force. Do you notice that the things that Justice Omotoshe mentioned or used in his injustice and in his injustice pronouncement, sentencing our leader. Those things, these cabals are now accusing our leader of it all. Go to Family Writers page. Emeka Gift Official. All these people, these are the things they are now saying. Our leader is this. Our leader committed this. The people died because of our leader killed people. Our leader did. I don't even want to mention that ugly creature that keeps punk. She's irrelevant in this very broadcast because she's not even an IPOB member. It's only stupid and evil people that listen to her. Well, she's not an IPOB member. She's not in a position to say what happens to IPOB. I want to talk about the cabals, the chick I dosiem them, Chinas and Wanket and Wool, the Arab contractor Mohammed Abbas, and Zumi Kim, Isaiah Oba, Abayim. I want to talk about these people. Their target is our leader, but all along they began to manipulate people. They were manipulating people. They were targeting strong people they see standing for our leader, those who they know will defend our leader when the time comes, such a time as we are in now. So, dear Biafrans, you've listened to our brothers in South Africa, their accounts. You've listened to it. I don't want to repeat the things they've said. It will be taking unnecessary time. And I can't say it better than they've said it. I can't even say it as good as they've said it. It's best heard from them direct. But I want to say, now you understand that the accusations against Nenia, against certain people, against even third enemy, these things are just blackmail to pull people down. And on this very note, I will call on somebody like Mazi Metusela. Look, while Mazi Terenemi was speaking, he says something quite important. He says somebody reached him among the cabals in DOS. Somebody reached him and convinced him, say to him that Lady Neniaya, the head of finance, that she's going against, okay, she's being insubordinate to Chike Dozim and all that. And then he was like, why is she doing that? And without proper information, without understanding it very well, he spoke against Nenia in that their very meeting. Something he later came to understand that it wasn't true. They were just blackmailing her. They were profiling her just to get what they want. And my sister said he reached out. He reached out to Nenia and he tendered apology. That is what every right-thinking person should do. Every good person, because as human beings, we are not above mistake. We can make mistake. Maybe we didn't have proper information on a particular thing. We can be fooled. We can be deceived. So we can make mistakes. But if you are really good, after making a mistake and you realize, oh, I've made a mistake on this point, at this point, then you turn around. And if you've said certain things that are not good to somebody, or you've made some utterances, you've spoken against somebody, then tender apology, correct the mistake. That's what I'm saying. Mazi Terenemi corrected his mistake. I have listened, Mazi Metusela, in case you ever come across this broadcast and you hear my voice, I am calling on you to, because I've heard you, Metusela, twice in two different broadcasts admitting that you were wrong on the things you said about Lady Nenia. And you mentioned that you will find a way to apologize to her. I had it in 2 different broadcasts of yours, Mazi Metusela. It will please me, Mazi Metusela, if you can reach out to her, to Lady Nenia, and make that apology. Also make it publicly, because the things you said about her, you said in the public. Now, I'm seeing your broker. You are doing very well, Mazi Metusela. I appreciate you for that. I praise you, because when somebody does good, it is nice. We appreciate their good work. So I want to say I appreciate what you've been doing. But now you've known the truth. Also, come publicly and let people know that you were wrong on the things you said about Nini. And if possible, reach out to her directly and tender apology. This is what I have to say. Today, people are seeing what is happening. People are beginning to understand that the real target is our leader. But will they succeed? They will fail. They will rise, but definitely they will fail, because we are here. Our leader have people all over the world. Mazi Terry said something very significant. Is any human being at all that is fighting our leader, Mazi Nandekan, does not want Biafra to come. And I said, "Bam." I wanted to shout when he said that, but I didn't want to interrupt his flow. Because here we have decorum. Any human being, just as Mazi Terry said it, that is fighting our leader, Mazi Nandekan, that person does not want Biafra to come. Regardless of whatever the person say, how the person say Biafra, Biafra, you can cry Biafra all you want. But if you rise against our leader, Mazi Nandekan, in all honesty, you don't want Biafra to come. Yes, people will say, Jesus himself said it. Not everyone that call me Lord, Lord, that will come into the kingdom. There are people that he will deny. Jesus says so. So it's not everyone that is shouting Biafra, Biafra, truly wants Biafra. Think about it. These hoodlums, these individuals are the same people that were telling our leader, we are with you. Maz, we are with you. We are in your front, we are at your back, we are at your head, we are at your shoulder. They were everywhere. But today, what are they doing? They don't want him out, because news is beginning to mill around about his appeal, and they feel maybe he might get justice at the appeal court. Might too. And what are they saying? They start making those accusations against our leader to trend. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. They began to make it to trend. Anyway, Biafrans, I have to stop here. You have heard our people, the account of every one of them that spoke today, including our barrister. You've heard it. They won't.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I think everybody has said something. Barrister, do you have anything to say?
Yes, just want to say something quickly
Go
because
ahead.
of our time. It's already after midnight here, but it was worth it. It's a good program indeed, I must tell you. Mwada, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something, and all the things our leader said are all coming out now. He said that our people are lame and docile. I didn't understand that word. Our people are lame and docile. Now, if you see what is happening, you will see grown men, I mean grown men, running after people they don't even see their faces, people they don't know, and they keep saying DOS are wise. How do you know that somebody is wise when you don't even know them? Now, how on earth Does somebody ever imagine that those bunch of men, those bunch of gangsters will get you Biafra? How? Have they ever met any world leader? Have they gone anywhere to negotiate or to talk about Biafra? Those men will never. Chinasamoru, Muhammad Abbas, or whatever they call him, he is hiding. He cannot even attend any international meeting to negotiate or talk about Biafra. Now you see full-grown men who cannot think, who cannot use their brain to imagine something. DOS are leadership. What kind of leadership are they? What are the strategies? What are their plans? What are their roadmap to get you Biafra? Absolutely nothing. Just to come on radio Biafra and shout like a mad dog. So our people are lame and docile. And then you ask yourself, I remember when our leader used to broadcast, he would say, I want to get with that Biafra one. Because our people, our leader has pampered them. He has sanitized them. He has taught them everything. But yet, their brain is so thick. Their skull is so thick that it does not penetrate. Even if the devil comes out today, our people will follow the devil. I'm telling you, that is how lame and docile they are. But I tell you one thing, the 100 men, they are on guard. And they will ensure that Onyenduma's Nnamdi Kanu is protected at all costs. And they will ensure that Biafra is restored in our own time until our leader is released. And we know he will be released. And one thing I want to tell our people once again is, especially those blackmailers out there, nobody have ever won any battle through blackmailing. Nobody have ever won through lies. Nobody have ever won any battle through dishonesty. At the end of the day, the truth will always prevail. Thank you very much, and thank you, dear friends.
Thank you very much for that, Barrister. These are content creators, looking for somebody to read their articles, including those that we go on AI to learn how to write. Well, the thing is that Chiku Abiyama is our leader, and there's nothing they can do about it. He's the chosen one, and we are here to give our support. And that's it. We also we've heard what our colleagues in South Africa said. Very good program this evening. From time to time, we'll be coming on air with different groups. It's now time we need to shake our people up to speak up. We are back again. And I will take over everything that belongs to us. We are not going to leave anything untouched for anybody. If they don't like it, let them go and form their own. That's the only thing. And we believe in IPOB Code of Conduct, and that's what we use. That's our Bible. That's everything. We have our own rules and regulations. All what they have in common is they don't like the IPOB Code of Conduct, but that's where we are. There's no way. So remember, please, we also remember our leader in our prayers. For Chiku Abiyama to continue to guide and keep him and protect him, in whatever he lay his hands upon. I want to use this medium again to tell Biafrans on the 30th of May, please do not forget to tune in to Biafra Radio. There's going to be the Sokoto Declaration on the 30th of May by our friend Mike, and it will be live. Please tune in and continue to share our program, continue to invite your friends. I want to use this medium too to thank our sister Njide Kana Canada. She's doing a great job. Anytime we're on air,
Absolutely stunning job.
Yeah, she's really good. She's telling people go to Biafra Radio and listen. She will share, she will invite people, she will tell them, what to do. I really want to commend her for that. And she continue the good work. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless each and every one of us. Tune in, invite your friends, share. Don't listen to what they are saying. Some of them will say, they are not many, they are 4, they are 5. Don't mind them. Some of them hide. They will listen. They will not come with their names. They will be watching, listening. Don't mind them. They listen a lot. And we are growing. We will continue to grow. What I know in this quest for freedom is that they will try anything they can, but they will not win because it's Chukwu Abiyama that is piloting this. And no matter what they say about our leader, the more they try to blackmail our leader, the more the love we have for him increases, the more a lot of us are more determined to see this to the end. So it's to our advantage. All what they are doing is just to our advantage. Thank you all very much, and we'll be continuing to be talking. Barrister, thank you for hosting us. Mazi Alea, Mazi Vitalis, my colleague Nelson Yagazie, Mazi Terry, and the other Mazi, those that did, our PRO in Indonesia. I'm sure maybe next time his line will be more steady than this. And Barrister, thank you for hosting us, and all of you.
Thank you very much.
From Germany, I say good night to everyone. And for our listeners, thank you for tuning in to listen to us this night. We'll be coming from time to time because that's what we are supposed to do. We cannot sit back and allow these mischievous people to hijack what they don't know how it was built. Thank you very much once again. Now, thank you, Barrister. Ndewo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Onuorah. Barrister, good night.
Thank you all, and good night.
Yeah, well, good night, comrades.
All right, dear friends, and there you have it. And of course, it has been a great broadcast indeed. I must tell you, one of the best so far. It is exposition. Every detail has been told, of course, how things unfolded in South Africa. But we are marching on. We are moving on. It is Biafra or nothing. And we must continue to protect this struggle. We must continue to protect Oyindomaz and Nnamdi Kanu with all that we have. And of course, from me and from here, it is good night and God bless Biafra.
We shall conquist, we shall conquist the grace of God. We shall conquist, we shall conquist. We are your friends. We shall conquist. We are your friends. We shall conquist. We are your friends. We are your friends. We shall conquist. We shall conquist the grace of God. We shall conquist. 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 We are the master of the ocean, slave of the shall we. We are to lead of the survive of the we shall vanquish. We are here from